this afternoon, and we welcome Felipe Neves dos Santos for INESC TEC, and we're going to carry on and talking about laboratory of robotics and IoT for smart precision agriculture and forestry. Thank you to talk about forestry today, because we talk a lot about agriculture and crops, but not forestry, so it's going to be a good way as well to show how robotics can go there. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. I hope that you can listen to me very well. So I will present what is INESC TEC doing. And so I came from TribeLab. That TribeLab is a laboratory from INESC TEC that does robotics and IoT for precision farming and forestry. So in numbers, INESC TEC is a private non-profit R&D organization with more than 1,000 researchers, established in the main universities of the north of Portugal, We have more than 19 laboratories, and we have replicated the same model in Brazil, So we have 13 centers that are grouped in the main areas for industry, for artificial intelligence, for robotics, and how we deal with these 13 centers for the market. So we have grouped them in several initiatives that we call technologies for something, In this context, we have the technology for agriculture and forestry. And our motto is to co-shape the digital revolution in agriculture and forestry. This is what we bring here, and is our help and our knowledge in this ICT and robotics technologies to help companies to innovate this field. How we do it? We do with the triangle of innovation that we call triangle of innovation, where we listen the needs and the desires of the companies or the end users, and based on that knowledge and needs, we build new prototypes or technologies that solves that problem, and we feed the technology providers that afterwards will put this technology in the market. So this is our positioning in the market. So we don't compete with companies, we help companies innovate their product portfolio. To do that, we have this catalog of competences, mostly of the technology that we are bringing nowadays for the sector is robotics, AI, IoT, and big data, artificial intelligence. So we have people specialized in each these domains to help innovate the products. So in terms of to support this initiative, we have 4 laboratories that helps to build these prototypes, and one of them is the TribeLab that is focused in robotics and IoT, that we call it the Tribe Laboratory. This laboratory was born in 2014. We have looked for the Portuguese reality, because we are close to the reality that needs more robotics and more IoT. We have looked for the strategic agenda for European in terms of robotics and AI. We have looked also for the concept of precision agriculture, that we need to measure everything that we can and sensing everything that we could afterwards to process this information and extract a prescription map. Based on this prescription map, we need to have technologies that can apply the product, in the right moment, in the right place, and in the right quantity. So the 4 R's that we need to use. And to do that, we need robotics that are able to understand this prescription map, but also that has capacity to do this in an efficient way and in a cost-effective way for the farmers. So, based on this, and based on also in another thing, is that we have big machinery. The trends in terms of machinery is to bet in big machinery. The problem of big machinery is that they create soil compactation, and sometimes they are doing small operations, such as seedling. And when we are doing seedling, we don't need big machinery. And when we have a big machine, if this machine breaks down, the operation stops and is blocked. And another problem is we have soil compactation of the environment. And this is a problem. And doing that and knowing that, we are betting, and our focus is in small and small size machinery. When we call small size is something that is below 1 ton. Machine that is below 1 ton, that are safe, cost effective, and that is fully autonomous to operate in three main realities. That tells a lot in Portugal for us, but also for Europe and worldwide. One of them is the production of winery or the vineyards in steep slope vineyards, where we produce the port wine, where we have several challenges to cope. This is our flat, it's not a flat vineyard, they are in steep slopes, okay? We don't have GPS and GNS technology always available because they are missing of this technology or these signals, and besides the terrain is not flat, so the robot needs to cope with this challenge. When we need to cope with this challenge, of course we will have technology that can go to other places. Besides of that, we are also developing robotics for protected crops, normally known as greenhouses, or nowadays controlled environment agriculture. And we are also developing these robots that can tackle our problem that is a big issue in Portugal, that is the forest management, where we have a huge areas of forestry, but we need cost-effective technologies to manage the vegetation growth and the energy that is stored in this forestry. And to do that, so we have focused on this machinery, but also in technology, IoT technologies that could answer to the needs of this context. To do so, what we have more than 13 people organized in these domains of knowledge, since navigation, mechanics, perception, that are experts in these domains to build these prototypes fully from scratch. Besides of this big team, we have also pilot case. These pilot farms are from our partners that are big companies for winery growing, okay, or for vineyards, and where we can test the technology and validate with these end users if this technology goes with the interests of them, their needs. So we don't do just technology in the laboratory. We go from the idea till the testing in the field. Besides of that, we have established in 2014 these milestones. We want to have robots that could do these operations fully autonomously in steep slope vineyards. Firstly, the robots that could go to the vineyards and extract maximum information about the vineyard. The second stage was to build a robot that could do precision spraying in these vineyards. The third and the last stage is pruning and harvesting. These milestones will finish in 2 years from now, and we have almost accomplished all the milestones that we have proposed for ourselves. So we are thinking now in the next 10 years roadmap for our development. So to do so, we have started from technology that exists in the market that wasn't not answering all the needs of the farmers, and based on the experience that we have gained with that technology, we have created 4 families of robots that we call Beta, Model E, Model X, and Oreos, that you will have the opportunity to see afterwards in our demonstrations in the fields. Okay, what are these platforms? The Beta robot, the Warriors robot, is a robot that is a very small and compact robot that has wheels, and on top it has the benefit and uses Android-based technology and smartphones to be the brain of this robot. And what this robot can do? It can go to the field, and for instance, I hope that you can see the video playing, okay? And it can go for the field and understand where is the apples growing and create a map of production. So the farmer will understand what plant is producing more or less apples, and besides manage very well, much better, what should be treated in the field. Besides of that, this robot can identify, for instance, water leakage in the field. If you have a problem on the water pipe, it can identify that you have a problem in the field. So it's your surveillance guy that is able to go to the field autonomously and make this monitoring. And now we have the Beta robot. That is a project that we have coordinated in the European framework, and we have built a robot fully from scratch. This is a robot that can go to any steep slope vineyard and create and apply fertilizers, chemical products, or even UV light treatment. I don't know if you are listening. Yeah, probably you are listening. The sound, right? I don't know if it's too loud. Yes. You are not listening the sound of the video. I don't know if it's possible to put more loud. No. Okay, so we need to go because we have some sound and self-explained video, but I will try to keep you. As you might see, this fertilizer or this equipment is able to make a very precise fertilizer application of products, and it can reduce this to almost 5% of loss what happens nowadays. So it can reduce this to 5% of the loss that happens nowadays. This is a very efficient technology. It reduces the power consumption also in terms of energy. Nowadays it's 10 times more efficient in terms of energy than the conventional tractors and sprayers, okay? And it can turn around in very short space, and this will enable the farmers to have more plants in the field if they are able to do it so. This is another robot that we call it modularly that has several features. One of them is the capability to go to the field and has a mowing tool that is able to manage the vegetation growth control in the line and intra-line of the vineyard. So as you will see here, this robot can go to any vineyard. This is a steep slope vineyard in the Douro region, and as you will see, it has a tool that can cut this grass. In the field, in the demonstration field that we have here, we don't have this grass, so you don't have the opportunity to see this. But here you can see the robot cutting the grass in the real vineyard, and it can cut below the vineyard. And this is using different technologies that normally is being used because two reasons. One of them is more efficient in terms of energy consumption, and the second thing is doesn't create sharp in the field that can create fires afterwards. So this is a problem that we might face in north region, and so in north region of Portugal, and so we are very scared about that, so aware about that. Besides of that, this same robot is able to apply fertilizers on the field. It can identify where is the trunk of the vineyard, and in this vineyard that we have trained the robot to be able to detect where the vine trunk exists, is able to detect and precisely apply the product where it should be applied, and according to the need of each plant. So we have a capability to apply the product individually to the plant. I have brought this video because it has this experience. The robot was able to cope this scenario. Normally a tractor cannot go there, but this robot was able to pass because this amazing feature of traction. We have a 4 traction wheels system that is fully electrical and is able to cope with this challenge. This is the same robot, but with the sprayer. It's not so efficient as the beta robot, but is more compact and more cost effective. So we can reduce a lot of the price of the cost of this machinery. And as you can see, this was a test to demonstrate to the farmers that it can also blow a lot of products on the vineyard if the owner wants to do it that way. But this is not the normal thing that we should do it, okay? So we are just to show this video to understand that you understand if you want to blow a lot of product for the air, we can do it also, fully electrical, okay? Besides of that, and to show that this is a robot very strong, we have demonstrated in the military operations that this robot can cope with this challenge. Indeed, the robot that is here was already during 1 week doing logistic operations in military operations. So as you can see, he was able to transport a military guy in the top of the robot and doesn't break down. So the robot was able to cope with several challenging environments. As you might see, it's not so organized as a vineyard like normally it is. And so this was a challenge for us to prove that we can reuse the same technology for military operations. Since nowadays we need to bet a bit more in defense, we can put money, investing money in robotics that can have dual use, so benefiting our agriculture but also benefiting our defense if needed, okay? So the main innovations that we are preparing for this coming year, is more tools for these robots. One of them is a harvesting tool for vineyards, okay, that could cope with some challenge, that collect the grapes in a more efficient way, okay, And besides of that, we are working a proximal sensor that can diagnose 40 parameters in the leaf of the vineyard, what is the state of the plant, but also in the grape, to understand in each state of the maturation the plant is working, is staying. The Modelix, you will have opportunity to see up there the eucalyptus trimming or pruning, okay? And we are working also in planting and biomass control. We don't have only robotics. We have also IoT technologies. So using our expertise developing robotics and knowledge, we have also developed new technology that could feed the robots but also the farmers with more information that is not only perceived by the farmers by the eyes or by the ears or by the mouth. So we have technology that the farmers can use in their hands. One of the technologies that we have developed is called a T-Alert. That is a technology that you can plug to any implement that has eyes of us or any robot that has eyes of us or CAN bus, and you can use any smartphone as an interface for your robot or for your implement machinery. This is a technology that we can put in the market. It has support to eyes of us, J1939, that is a technology standard for forestry machinery, and it has also RTK, GNSS technology on board, so that could feed and support the farmers taking more information in the field. Besides of this technology, we have also a smart trap that we call technology motion. It's not a simple smart track that detects the bugs in the fields. It's a smart track that tries to analyze the problem as one health issue. This technology has vision perception system, has very modular and has modular technology to take photos from the trap to diagnose which type of insect is emerging on my field or in the region, and make the accountability of these insects, and afterwards help the ecosystem launch alerts when something dangerous emerge. And this is our deployment of this technology. We have another technology like I mentioned you before. I will try to accelerate because I don't know how much time I have, but this is another technology that is very compact. I'm taking more time than 5 minutes. Okay. This is another technology, like I mentioned to you before. It's something that you can plug to your smartphone. It has hyperspectral sensing, and so you can put in the field, extract spectral information that afterwards can feed you with more detailed information about the maturation of your fruit or even the health state of your plant. Besides of that, we have another photosense sensor. This was a request from researchers guys that want to understand if the pruning of the plant or the tree was well done. This is a spectral sensor that can be grown at maximum that you want and understand how the light is penetrated until the soil. This is relevant to understand if the pruning was happening, how should be done. Besides of that, we have a smart scissors. This is one thing that we like to show because it's also another patented technology, and sometimes we cannot go with robots, and we need to understand we cannot go with robots, but we need to have a productivity map on the field. And so what we have here is very simple technology that has a scissors, that has Bluetooth technology to understand when we have done the cut, and we have a bucket that can weigh when I took the grapes from the plant and I put it on the bucket. And so with this information I can create amazing, sorry because it was in Portuguese, amazing maps like this one. How much grape is producing each region of my crop. This is very relevant for the farmer to understand where I should put more fertilizer, less fertilizers, and so this is a simple technology for the vineyards owners that don't have the capacity to buy more advanced machinery. They can use this technology to understand where is producing the grapes. And I want to let you this message. So if you want a new robot, a new IoT technology to feed your problem or need or desire, please tell us. If you want to have a robot for your portfolio, we are here also. So we are proud to build from idea till TRL9. So I hope that you enjoy my presentation.
Thank you, Felipe.